Hey there. So my next guest, I'll admit, I have no idea how he's balancing his life at the moment because he's a streamer. He's helping run a business that he works, it seems like 7 days a week. And he's got his family and he's got other commitments and he's taking his kids to soccer practice. But he is managing to absolutely rock every aspect of his life. I think he said he started his stream like 2 months ago and he's already up to 70 subscribers. And what he's doing is absolutely incredible. He gives some amazing advice that you all want to pay attention to. I know you guys are going to love this one. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Gamerpreneur podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Bradford Carlton. Today, I have a very special guest. I've got Gagandeep Kumar. Hey there. How's it going?
Good, sir. How are you?
It's a beautiful sunny day in Las Vegas. How about yourself?
Just a little rain, but always happy.
Wonderful. All right. So do you prefer me to call you Gagandeep? I know we were communicating back and forth and you call yourself Deep.
Yeah, Deep is that's mainly what I go by. Okay. I got tired of people butchering my full name. So, I went with Deep.
Sure thing, Deep. All right. So Deep, what I like to do on the show is I like to get straight into it. So why don't you begin by just telling us a little bit about yourself, please?
I came to the US in 96 when I was 10 years old. Did most of my schooling here, went to Rutgers, graduated. I was in the finance field, been doing that my whole life. And I loved playing games. And then I saw the opportunity because I have the personality. I have I guess people say the funny factor or whatever, the if factor to, really keep people engaged. So I thought, a couple of my friends said, hey, why don't you give streaming a shot? So, and I did. And in 1 month I got affiliated, which was, it was great. Right now I'm sitting at over 150 followers and, over 65 subs right now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations on that.
Thank
All right.
you.
So Deep, before we get into it too much, and I know you kind of have like a business going on behind you there. I want to talk about that too. But I start every interview with a single question. So I'm going to ask you just like I ask everybody else. All right.
Yes.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, how weird are you?
10, probably close to 11.
Why is that?
No, because the thing is, I like a lot of different things. I am like jack of all trades, but master of none, kind of like that. I kind of know everything about, like a little bit about everything. So like from Star Wars to Dragon Ball Z to what's going on in politics, global politics, what's going on in the finance field, obviously, because I'm in it, and then like, honestly, like my wife is a nurse, so I know a lot about medical field. I know it just like literally like I can have a conversation with anybody and people find that oddly amusing. And they're like, how do you know this stuff? I'm just, I hear things from everywhere and I like to be in the know. And like, and then the weird aspect comes in play is when like, I like to, the way I am, the way I interact with people, it's like I can be like, the nicest person, but then like when I'm like streaming with my friends, I'm like just like a whole opposite. So people like, you're just like, I'm all over the place.
Okay. I'm glad you added that last bit there because for a second there, I'm like, why is it weird to be so worldly and intelligent? Like that seems a little concerning, right?
Yeah. No, it's not because people just think like, how do you know this stuff? Like people consider me weird because they think like, it just like, I can like literally hold a conversation with the biggest Star Wars nerd and the biggest Star Trek nerd and the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan and the biggest, it's just like, they're like, you're just weird. You know so much about like all these things. It's just like, how do you do this?
I love it. All right. So Deep, this is the Gamerpreneur. So I do need your gaming cred. When did you first start playing video games?
What was that? I didn't hear you.
When did you first start playing video games?
When I first started playing video games, oh God. I was probably like 13, 14 years old when I came to the US. We couldn't really afford too much, but then like, I got my first Nintendo 64 and, I started from there with Mario Brothers.
Love it. And how did it progress? Because obviously you're streaming now, so you had to have been playing all along.
Yeah, well, it's a weird story. Sorry. The thing is, like, I actually played a lot before. I started with Mario Brothers. Started with I played a lot of different games. Obviously, the first-person shooters. I played a lot of like Minecraft and things like that. And then, and even in college when I was at Rutgers, we played a lot of World of Warcraft.
Border Alliance.
What was it? Horde. I was a Horde.
Okay.
I know. Well, the thing is, like, my whole it just like that was from there. I played a lot of that. But then, like, after I graduated, I actually got married, and I played a lot of Call of Duty at that time when in my first 2 years of marriage. But then my wife hated it, so I actually and we had kids. Like my third year of marriage, we had my son, and I actually stopped playing. I legit stopped playing video games for at least 6 years. And then, like, all of a sudden, now I got back into it, and like Call of Duty is my favorite game. So I really, so the passion came up back again. And when that did, and it was during COVID, honestly, because we were working from home, and I literally had my PlayStation was collecting dirt. It was literally collecting dirt, and I rinsed it off, and I turned it on, and I started playing, and then it was one streamer that I was on Instagram. I was just looking, and I saw him. I was like, he got some crazy moves and stuff like that. I was like, let me give it a shot. Let me look at him. So I started following him on Mixer before Mixer shut down.
Right.
And like I actually got involved in the community, and like a lot of other people, they saw what I was doing. They really enjoyed like conversation we were having in game, and through Discord and stuff like that. So, and that's when he even inspired me to be like, hey, why don't you start streaming? Because like the way I played was really, it's funny. I like to have fun when I'm playing, and I like to do stupid stuff, which is funny for content purposes. It's great.
For sure.
So like that streamer actually told me, he's like, hey, why don't you give streaming a shot? And that's when I actually got a camera, got a video card, and started doing it that way.
Wonderful. All right. So what do you play then?
Honestly, right now I've been playing Call of Duty, Spellbreak, Madden, NBA 2K, Apex, and Rogue Company. Those are the main ones.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you've been playing for a little while then.
Yeah.
If I had to have you pick one game as your all-time favorite, what is that one game?
Call of Duty.
Honestly, which one? I mean, there's a ton of them.
Warzone, the Warzone aspect of Modern Warfare. Just the Warzone. I like the fact that, hey, jump in with, squad, be the last one standing.
Beautiful.
I love that.
All right. Yeah. I love it. So Deep, we've talked about the gamer part. Let's get over to the entrepreneur part of being a gamerpreneur. Yes. Do you want to talk about your stream or your business first?
I mean, both. I mean, I learned from the business, and then it kind of, manifested itself to the streaming part as well.
Okay, let's start with the business then. So what kind of business do you run?
My family owns an Indian restaurant. We're the first Indian restaurant in South Jersey, and like the oldest Indian restaurant right now. So I've been, very involved with my dad, really making sure everything's going well and things like that, how to make more money, how to adapt. The main thing is adapting, especially in the food industry, how fast you can adapt, how fast you can, bring more clients in, what else you can do to, keep it going. We've been in the business for 30 years,
Congratulations. That's a heck of a long time to have a business open.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've been, my dad's been in the business for 30 years, and, it's just been, I've been helping him, like, because he's not very computer savvy. He doesn't even know how to, I have showed him now. Actually, not me. My 8-year-old son has showed him how to open his email and check it. So, and then, like, marketing aspect of it as well, because right now, during COVID, you had to market because no one was walking in. Word of mouth wasn't word of mouth anymore. So we had to be in front of the clients. So from that, and that's where I kind of, when I went into streaming, I kind of took a lot of aspects of that into streaming, because you can just, yes, you can turn on a camera, you can just, have a game and a camera and a face, but what else? How do you attract viewers? How do you get people engaged? How do you make sure that people are staying in your stream? Because people stay, like in the beginning, like the first week, like I was screaming out, the people were coming in. I had like, over 30 people come through the stream, but my average was 1.2.
Okay.
So how do you keep people engaged?
Okay,
And
so Deep, my show is all about advice. So I bring my guests on, not necessarily just to hear from them, but also to hear advice from them. And that's why when I tell people I have 3 criteria: 1, you have to be a gamer; 2, you have to be doing something with your life; the third is you have to have some advice to give. So you just posed a whole bunch of questions. How do you get new people? How do you market? How do you keep them? What answers do you have?
A lot of times it was, you got to create a community first. You got to be involved in other things. Like I'm involved with 3 other like big streamers, and they know me really well now because I play with them, and you got to get your name out there. You got to do tournaments. You got to get your name out there. But to keep people engaged and into the stream, I have this thing called stream loots. I don't know if you know what that is. It's basically people buy packs, and it's also revenue generating as well. But people buy packs, so those packs give them cards. Cards could be I made myself a card to dance for 10 seconds, or a reverse headset, or a GIF pops up in my stream, or you can time somebody out for like 2 minutes. Things like that also just generates revenue, but it also keeps people engaged because people want to see what cards they're going to play, what is going on. And then also I have like, when people subscribe, when people follow, I have like a little thing plays, and it's pretty funny. So people want to see, it playing. So a lot of people I have is like, I had one guy, he literally did 10 subscribe. He gifted 10 people subscribers, but one at a time because he keeps seeing what that was. It's just funny.
I love it.
It was like a little a guy with a captain's hat dancing with a white shirt. It's just funny. So like he literally was in my stream for like some of these guys are in my stream for the whole time now, because now all these guys host me. So I'm the first one on their host list. So whenever they come on, I'm already getting hosted. As soon as I come home, I'm averaging 3 viewers minimum.
That's incredible. And like you said, you only really started since COVID hit. I have to ask, like, how did you pull that off? Because like I've known people who've been streaming for like years and years and years, right? And they haven't gotten out of not being an affiliate. Like they're still striving to be an affiliate. What did you do different?
Can I say other streamers' names, or I don't know?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Give people shout outs.
So, initially I started watching Spartacus. He's right now on Facebook Gaming. He was on Mixer. I just, I was in his chat, just talking, hey, great job, GGs and stuff like that. And then he has his sub days. So on his sub days, I played with him. So I didn't spend a single dollar. I didn't spend a single dollar. It just on his sub days, someone gifted me a sub, because I was very involved in the community. I always, when I would come in, hey, good morning, hi, how are you? If someone says something, hey, good job, nice, just being engaged in that. So doing that got my name out there, playing with him on his sub days. So a lot of times now I'm like part of his regiment. I'm part of like, and he created a regiment. He's like, who wants to be in there? I became on the regiment. And then what also happens during the regiment is like, I always just send out regiment chats like, hey, who wants to play? Who's looking for a group? People respond back like, hey, we need one. So, I got in there. From Spartacus, then I went to Preacher and Venabean. Preacher is great on Twitch. Preacher and Venabean are on Twitch. Mm-hmm. So they've been great help too, because sorry about that. They get involved in their community as well. So that's what I learned how to get involved with the community, what to say, what I can do, like just simple things. Simple things do wonders. Very especially cool. In streaming, simple things do wonders. Just when someone comes on and they follow you, hey, follow, like just being excited, you want to tell people, hey, you followed me. Thank you for following me. Thank you, be a part of the community. And we're here for you.
Sorry about that. That's all right. No, this is fantastic. That's incredible advice. I'm sitting here listening to you though, and it sounds like you had to spend a decent amount of time being able to do all this networking in advance before you were able to start getting that movement. How are you balancing that with your life, your family, your business? How does that all fit together?
It's hard. It's hard. In the beginning, I mean, if you want to be a full-time streamer, you know, it's going to be hard in the beginning. But my thing is, I have my job that I do 9 to 5. I come home. My kids have soccer. They both in travel soccer, so I'm on the soccer field every day until 7:30. 7:30, I come home, dinner with the wife, spend some time with her, and then at 10 o'clock, I turn my stream on. So when the kids go to sleep, wife go to sleep, that's when I turn my stream on, and that's when I play.
Wonderful.
You have to see what works best for you in your life. That's the main thing.
Okay.
If you want to stream, you have to dedicate yourself, because if you don't dedicate it, there's no point.
Okay, Deep.
Go ahead.
So like that's incredible that you're able to keep that balance. It's incredible that you've been able to grow so quickly. And like I said, I've known people and I've interviewed people who've been trying for years and years just to make any sort of traction. I have to ask, what is special about you? Like, what do you have any unique skills or anything that's just different about you that's giving you this boost? How do people follow in your footsteps, so to speak?
The communities that you get involved in, Spartacus, Venabine, Preacher, Fixate, those 4 guys, and the Venabine, that's how you do it. You have to be involved in communities to create your own community.
Wonderful.
Because if you're gonna say you're just gonna turn the camera on, people are just gonna follow you, good luck. You'll never get affiliated. So you have to get your name out there. There's ways. Tournaments is one of the names. Like tournaments that are on Twitch, that are on Facebook, get your name out there. But I'm an average player. I'm not, my KD's less than 1. So I'm not great at anything, but I'm fun to play with when people are, you know, when other people want to play with you. And honestly, like I was at 70 followers. I got to 150 within the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
I gained another 70 followers. It's just, I help other people as well. So when people come into my chat, they're like, hey, can you, hey, Deep, can I play with you? Hey, definitely, come on in. What are you trying to do? Hey, I'm trying to, stream. Want to get into this. What do you suggest? So I help them. Hey, get a camera. You don't have to spend $100 on a camera. My camera's literally $5 on Amazon. People, and then they're like, oh, do I have to get a video card? Yes, you have to get a video card, because the thing is, like, the more time you spend on your stream, the benefit you will get out of it.
Fantastic.
So
okay.
The thing is, one thing, I got the camera, I got an overlay, free overlays from Stream Elements. My capture card was $26 on Amazon. I didn't get the Elgato. I don't need to get an Elgato. And I got my laptop is like the crappiest laptop you can ever find. You can do this very cheap, but the thing is, you have to, the more effort you put into it, the more you're gonna get out of it. A lot of people just think they can stream from their console and it's fine. No, you can't do that, because you got to be engaged in the people that are coming into that chat. People that are coming in that chat is the people that are paying money to watch you. You have to be focused on them.
I love it. That's some real advice right there.
Yeah.
Now, you did say something a moment ago that you need to get yourself out there. You need to get yourself out there. And I want to switch over from the stream for a second to your business, because like you said, COVID kind of threw everything out the window, right?
Hold on one second. Go ahead. Yeah.
Sure. So COVID threw... That's all right. So you have COVID, it smacks your business. How are you marketing? How are you getting yourself out there? Because most of my guests are entrepreneurs, and so I want that advice too.
So when COVID hit, people were not coming in to the restaurant. So we had to go to them, which is basically delivery. So what we did was we partnered up with Uber Eats, we partnered up with Grubhub, we partnered up with Beyond Menu and DoorDash. And we created accounts in that regard. And so that's what people drove to. Like if they needed food, what were they going to do? It was all DoorDash. It was all that. So we did that. But another thing that started happening was that costs. Grubhub takes 18-20%. Uber Eats, it takes 20% of your business. So what else I did was we put a little bit into the business. We created our own website. And on that website, we enabled ordering so that people could order from the website, and we could, rather than paying these people money, we took all that 18% to ourselves.
Fantastic. And does that mean that you had to figure out how to market, more kind of online then?
Yeah. So I actually hired a marketing company that I pay $100 to. They post about 4 to 5 posts a week on Facebook, Google, and Instagram for us.
You said $100?
Yeah.
That's $100 a post? Like
no, $100 a month.
Wow.
No, the thing is, it's how you deal with people. Because people in the beginning, what they told me was it was gonna take $400 a month and this, and I was like, yeah, no, come back at me. They're like, oh, we can go down to 300. I was like, nah, I'm not really there. You want my business or not? They're like, oh, we can get to 200. I was like, it's still not, not really. Don't really want it. I have somebody else that can give me better. They're like, oh, then they were like, oh, show me. I was like, no, I don't want to. I can either go there and just, get it. So, but they're like, you know what? I was like, then they asked me, what do you want? I said, $100. They're like, you know what? We'll do it. And because they're benefiting from it too, because we're processing the credit card applications and everything. So they're getting the 2%, the credit card application stuff. So they're making money. So
okay. Okay. That makes more sense now.
So I'm driving business to you. I'm going to help you grow. So I'm only going to pay $100. You guys can take, the credit card processing fee, whatever you want. I don't care. I mean, I'm going to pay it anyway to anywhere else.
Okay.
Well, I'll pay you too. It doesn't matter to me.
I love that. I love that, Deep. That's fantastic. Okay.
You gotta talk to people. That's all it is. It's just, negotiation is key.
All right.
Anything.
That's fantastic advice. Do you have any other advice for a business owner? Maybe either someone who's been in it for a while or starting up a business, or what do you got?
Have faith in yourself.
I love it.
Honestly, just if you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have great days. So when the bad days come, you know what? Buckle down and see what you can do to adapt. Adapting, one thing constant in this world is change. And it's how you prevail that aspect of it is going to define who you are and what your business is going to be.
That's a great point. And actually it leads me to my next question, Deep. You see, I believe we learn the most in our life from our failures, not necessarily our successes. And because of that, when you get smacked in the face, you get knocked down, you have to figure out how to pull yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward. So I'd like to ask you, what do you consider your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
My biggest failure was in beginning right before COVID, last summer. I lost my job. I got fired because, I got too comfortable. And then that really made me realize, my dad has worked so hard in the restaurants. Like, we've been, hustling our whole lives. How did I get so comfortable that, that I actually lost my job? So what I did was sorry about the loud noise
it's all
in the
good.
Background. So what it made me realize was to look deep inside of me, to understand what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are. And from there, I'm big on, you can't run before you can crawl. So you have to take one step at a time, reteach yourself. I was one of the most successful bankers in the field. And then I got fired. I went back to what made me successful. So I actually, took a step back, really looked inside of me, what I need to do, what made me successful, my personality, my, ability to help people, that made me successful. And now I'm back in with the biggest bank in the world right now and thriving at it as well right now.
Oh, that's great.
No,
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, you got to learn, like you said, you got to learn from your failures. But what you learn from your failures is what had made you successful initially. Go take a step back to take a leap forward.
Okay. Talking about moving forward, what are you working to improve on in yourself today?
What I'm working to improve myself today is understanding, be a better listener. Really, my wife would say, she doesn't think I listen at all, obviously, because I don't do what she wants me to do. But, that's a different story. I think that's every wife's issues with their husbands, but the thing is, what am I improving in myself is how I can make myself better. What else can I do? Honestly, like, I don't think we do enough. I full-heartedly think we as people don't do enough. There's always something to learn. There's always something you can do to get better. I was actually learning coding. And I actually started learning coding a little bit as well.
Fantastic.
But don't get comfortable. That's my biggest advice to anybody.
That's great advice.
Don't ever get comfortable.
Okay.
Always thrive to do better. Always thrive to just be a better you than yesterday.
That's incredible advice right there. And I really hope everybody listening takes that one to heart, because comfort is probably the killer of most people's dreams.
It is. And that's what got me fired.
Yeah. Deep, this has been a fantastic interview. How do people find you? How do they reach out to you? Where are you at on social media?
Social media, everything's CptCragn, CptCragn. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I actually started a YouTube channel as well, and I posted my first videos on there as well.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, and so that was because someone else, he's like, hey, Deep, I used a website to, cut my videos and all that stuff, and I'm posting videos. Spend some time cutting and editing and, post videos. Honestly, my first video has, I think, 15 or 16 already views. I posted it 2 days ago. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
That's incredible for your first video, honestly.
So I'm on twitch.tv/CptCragn, CptCragn. Come say hi. You need advice. I'll tell you exactly what you need. You don't need to spend money. Honestly, people think they need to spend $2,000 on a PC. No, you don't. You don't have to spend any money.
Thank you for saying that. Every single day I get people ask me, how do I get money for my new PC? I'm like, I don't think you need one.
I have a PS4 that honestly was gifted to me. I got my whole stream cost me probably 40 bucks. And my stream is probably equal to a lot of other streamers. I mean, I'm not streaming at 4K, but I'm streaming at 60 FPS, which is not bad. I have my transitions. I have my opening. I used Fiverr to get a logo made for $5. So, like, literally, my whole stream costs me 50 bucks max. And, I have, like I said, about 70 subs right now, over 150 followers. It's growing day by day. I literally just got an alert right now. Got 2 more followers because of another streamer just right before you. Another streamer that's on Your Metaphor. He actually shouted me out. I got an alert. I got 4 more followers right now. It's be engaged. Like, honestly, if you want help, be willing to help others.
That's beautiful advice right there. Now, Deep, I genuinely appreciate you coming on with us today. But as we wrap this up, do you have any final thoughts you want to share, or anything I didn't ask you think we still need to cover?
No, I mean, honestly, like I said, just be helpful. Like, this world has people, there's things, there's so much crap going on right now. If there's people that want your help, just be willing to be open-minded. That's all. Be open-minded. Just, explore. Just keep exploring, because honestly, like, there's cheaper, easier ways of doing anything. You just got to find it.
Wonderful. Okay. Gagandeep Kumar, thank you so much for coming on today. This was fantastic.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. And if you ever need anything, let me know.
Absolutely. And for everybody else, I'm going to remind you all, Don't be just a gamer, be a gamerpreneur.